Welcome to Charting Cryptos, Commodities, and Currencies. Let's jump into these charts as we look at the 24-hour-a-day Bitcoin chart. To start things off, we see two decent red down candles building. Lots of volume last week, not as much this week, but things are going down and pulling back. You can really see it on the 2-day chart with 6 days of nice, strong down movement. That is good to see. We like to see those kinds of things. We like movement to be strong, whether it's up or down. And of course, we want to be able to follow Bitcoin when it moves back up again. And I hope it's a nice, clean, long up move back. That's where we are on the down move right now, heading down. We look at Ethereum. It also is heading down. We see on both of these, we haven't reached the lows of last week yet. But again, pulling back and moving down. We look at this is the Bitwise 10 Crypto Index Fund. As I say every week, it is the top 10 cryptocurrencies weighted as per market share. So the big dog here is Bitcoin, and we see it moving back also. And again, just waiting to see how the crypto world's going to pull back and then get ready to move up again. We can see how things popped up at the beginning of the year, slid sideways and down, popped up again, sideways and down, popped up again. So we've had 3 up moves, 3 pullbacks, and we'll see where the rest of it takes us. That's where we are in cryptos. Next, we go on to commodities. First thing we'll do is jump into the gasoline fund. We saw gas really peaking up, started slowing down last week, and then down this week. We look at where we are in oil. Oil, the same thing. It popped up with its most recent high the week beginning the 7th of August and has blown through the trend line. Spinning top last week, doji this week. Fuel, oil, slowing down. We look at silver, pounded down for 2 weeks, and now it's pulled off that and busted through the trend line. Wheat, still heading down. We look at copper. We saw copper 2 strong weeks, still below the weekly trend line on this latest, but we can see the latest 2-day candle popping up and several half-day candles, price still below that weekly trend line, but again, weakening in the down move. Corn, again, moving down, has hit a lower, well, about the same as last week, but again, a smaller candle slowing down. So again, hard to read a lot of what's going on in commodities except for the fact that, things are really breaking off. Is this showing us that the economy is really, really slowing down with oil and gas pulling back like that, wheat pulling back, copper, still in a down move, corn? I mean, again, a lot of stuff going on there, none of it particularly good. We're going to now go from commodities to currencies. Let's see what the world's currencies are doing as compared to the US dollar. We saw things peak with the euro back on the week beginning the 17th of July and slowly ebbing over since then. We go to the Swiss franc, same kind of thing. It peaked back on the 17th also, week beginning the 17th of July, and then moving over for the last 4 weeks. We look at the Japanese yen, and of course, it's had sort of a long down move, a couple of waves since the beginning of the year of some up moves. Started off, through November all the way into about mid-January, and that's where it started rolling over and heading down for the last 4 weeks. Canadian dollar, of course, again, similar, like with the European currencies, but you can see where the Canadian dollar has been sliding sideways for quite a while and then started its down move back on the 31st of July after peaking actually a week before the European currencies did on the week beginning the 10th of July. And then lastly, we'll take a look at the Australian dollar. We saw it peak along with the Canadian dollar back on the week beginning the 10th of July, and then since then slowing down and rolling over. So the whole world, as far as these currencies go, we're not jumping into the Chinese currency. These are the the currencies that are the most traded and, of course, the most stable. And we see them all pulling back against the U.S. dollar, along with, of course, markets over the last few weeks rolling over and pulling back. So, again, keep your eye on things. Commodities pulling back, world currencies pulling back, all sorts of interesting stuff underway. That is where we are. Thanks so much for being with us. We always love to hear from you. Don't hesitate to reach out to us, CW@chartingwealth.com. God bless, my friends.